India also faces a domestic challenge. The unrest in Manipur. Things had stabilized in the last couple of months, but this week they erupted. The first incident was reported on Wednesday in the Moreh district. It's located very close to the Myanmar border. On Wednesday, a firefight broke out. Kuki militants shot at Indian security personnel. 2 of them were killed. At least 3 others were injured. Officials say fighters from Myanmar could have been involved. The second incident was also in Moreh. This happened on Thursday. There was a gunfight between unknown groups. In the end, 5 people were killed. All 5 belong to the Meitei community. Now, to give you some context, the ethnic violence broke out in May last year. 2 communities are fighting each other, the majority Meiteis who live in the valley and the minority Kukis who live in the hills. This particular area, Moreh, is mixed, meaning both communities live here. So put together, 7 people have lost their lives, 2 security personnel and 5 civilians. But what was the trigger? A couple of arrests made on Monday. 2 people were picked up in connection with a murder from last year, the murder of a Meitei police officer. But the locals protested. They wanted the cops to release the 2 men. And that's when tensions erupted. First, a curfew was imposed, and now 7 people have been killed. What is the state government doing? They'd asked for air assets from New Delhi, so the centre has sent a helicopter. It's also deploying additional soldiers. Internet has also been snapped in some parts of the state. Of course, these are all temporary measures. What about the peace process? Last year, a special committee was formed. The idea was to find lasting peace. It had members from multiple ethnicities, political parties, and civil society. No progress, though. That committee is yet to meet. Meanwhile, soldiers continue to pour in. By July last year, Manipur had 40,000 central personnel. Imagine that, 40,000 soldiers in a state of 3.5 million people. At first it worked. The violence slowly died down. Reports of attacks became rare. But as this week showed, that's not enough. Lack of violence under the shadow of the gun is not peace. For peace, you need dialogue. I'm afraid that is missing in Manipur. Locals say trust issues remain. Kukis and Meiteis are suspicious of each other. Some have accused the state government of bias. As a result, the peace process is stalled. And across the border, there is a new threat. In Myanmar, a civil war is underway there. Ethnic armies have ganged up against the ruling junta in Myanmar. This week, they had a big success. They captured a key border town. It's called Paletwa in the Chin state. It's an important stop on the route to India. So the violence is slowly spilling over. Some 6,000 refugees from Myanmar are living in Manipur as we speak. They fled the war to India. But what if militants also cross over? The army chief says it's already happening.
Because of the situation across the Indo-Myanmar border, you also have some of the insurgent groups who are feeling the pressure and who have now attempted to come onto our side of the border in the state of Manipur.
So time is of the essence. The war in Myanmar could spiral out of control and more refugees could come, which is why Manipur needs an urgent solution. Maybe this latest violence was an aberration. Maybe it won't escalate or spread. But that's no reason to breathe easy. Only a peace process can end Manipur's suffering. Guns and soldiers can only do so much.